at this show. He would love to go home with one of those Liver Bird trophies without any shadow of a doubt. But then don't forget, you've got Paler after him. That horse jumped an exceptional first round. Really clean in its jumping, really forward going. Julie on Hot Stuff, new combination, but goodness me, what a first round that was. And then Robert Bevis was my favourite, Courtney. I think I've got a lot of time for that horse. I love to see that partnership work together. Very, very good. Johnny Powell's unknown to me, this horse of Johnny's, this Fernando horse, so jumped a good first round though. And then of course we've got the Italian, and he was the one that came in with the horse with a great big smile on its face.
Absolutely, and of course Italy already been on the top of the podium once today. Will they make it twice, this time with Giorgio Bucci? But you wouldn't know where to pick a winner from.
I think it's going to be a cracking jump-off no matter what happens. I think, you know, down in the arena there, we've got Jeff Billington looking at it with Steve Wilde, and, you know, I think that's one of the things that they'll be discussing is where are they going to go and what are they going to do. Now, we do have the jump-off here, Gareth, so should we have a little look at it as well?
Certainly would be a good opportunity.
OK, so we're starting over 9B, which is the middle of the combination, as it was, and then 9C has disappeared, and they're going straight up to fence 10. That oxer in the corner of the arena. They then come back to fence 7. Now, fence 7 was that very big Liverpool fence in the middle of the arena, and I think you're going to find they'll turn really tight back to that. Then we've got to jump the Abbey Road fence again. I mean, is Kelvin just having a laugh or what?
I think he's set them a very interesting challenge.
Yeah, I think it is an interesting challenge. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to go down to that Abbey Road fence this time and try and come on the inside line. You can see because the last part of the combination's gone, they can get up that inside line, and I think they'll get there on the 6 now. They really will get down there on the 6. Having jumped the Abbey Road, they've still got a double to jump, because in the jump-off, there must be at least one double. So they've turned back. They're going to jump 5A and 5B, and then top of the arena, spin back to 11, as tight as they can, and then down to the last fence, 12.
And I think that's interesting. When you come out of that double, it's a long run to the plank at 11, and they're really going to open up.
Well, it's a long run, and you've got to turn back on yourself as well. And you can see how open that arena looks now. This is a fabulous sized arena, and I think when they come back to 5, how tight dare they turn to that plank?
Well, there's plenty of twists, plenty of turns, plenty of options being put out in front of them by Kelvin Bywater, our course designer, who's going to come out on top and take the lion's share of this €24,500 prize fund and the, of course, maximum helping of Longines ranking points. But Robert Smith will be the first to go. There's the order with Bavi, Peter Fredriksson, H&M all in for Sweden, Julie Andrews, JB's Hot Stuff, and Robert Bevis and Courtney Zed for Great Britain. And then for the Netherlands, Fernando, Johnny Powell, and finally Giorgio Bucci and Casello Z for Italy. Well, whatever you're doing, now's the time to focus on the screen and enjoy the next 15 minutes or so in this jump-off here in Liverpool. First to go, Robert Smith, Bavi.
The reigning national gentleman's champion.
OK, here we go.
Now,
so Robert straight back on it. There you go, and open. He got 6 strides up to that oxer, round the corner. How tight dare he turn back to this vertical? Across the middle of there, he's jumped it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to the Abbey Road. Round there. Coming round the end of that arena, into the double. Come on, Robert. Now, this is where you felt this might be a problem. He's turned the horse back to the planks. He's had a rub, but he's jumped them.
It stayed. And he jumps
he's jumped the last as well.
And it stayed as well. He gave it a rub, but it's clear. Well done. 36.86 is the final time for Robert Smith and Bavi. That's the way to start a jump-off, Corin. Really puts the pressure on those to follow.
Well, I think the time can be beaten, but they're going to have to leave those jumps up. They really are.
Well, of course, as they push for the time, though, that's where the mistakes can begin to creep in.
Yeah, when you start thinking about the clock and not jumping the jumps, it's a big problem.
Well, interestingly, he landed over the Abbey Road fence. He hit the ground on the other side in around about 16 seconds. So that'll give you an indication as to where he's at that point in the course. But it is Sweden now.
Now.
Stylish rider this man is. Petter Fredriksson. H&M all in.
Well, this horse was fast in the first round. I mean, his first round was quick, and he wasn't going against the clock.
Absolutely. In fact, his first round was the quickest of all of the riders in the first round.
He finished 13 seconds inside the time allowed. But he's taken the same number of strides there. And then he just sits up a little bit across the corner there. 3, 4, 5. He's gone 5.
He's a second quicker as he lands over the Abbey Road fence.
And there's your second. He went 1 stride less. Back to the double. Oh, he didn't deserve that. Robert won't think that way, but...
Robert had a little bit of luck at that plank, but no luck at the double for Petter Fredriksson, as he has the one fence down. 34.91 is the time. So the time was certainly quick enough, as you see, Corin, just about a second or so quicker. But Robert Smith still leads as the clear.
Yeah, it was a shame, really. I don't think he deserved to have the back bar of that Oxer. He had a good turn back there. I think it was, when he comes out, he'll probably say to himself, I could have put a bit more leg on, maybe.
Well, Julie Andrews now, Jane Beans, JB's hot stuff. What a round it was in the first round for this combination. They've only been together for a month, and looking like they've gelled quite quickly.
Does she know enough about this horse to challenge Robert, though? She's got a difficult decision to make. Everybody wants to win at a 4-star show. It's a rankings class. Everybody needs the points. She's gone 7 there. And she's gone 7 there. So the extra strides will just make her that little bit slower. I think she's been quite sensible here.
She was 2 seconds down as well with the extra 2 strides.
Oh, what a shame.
Went to fly the last, and down it went. 4 in 41.28 as a final time for Julie Andrews. Julie there, and JB's hot stuff.
That was a real shame. It was the only fence that she really opened him up at, and I think having been sat up, he just got a little bit long down there.
Well, bad luck to Julie. Goes into 3rd of the 3 we've seen. A bit slower, of course, with the 4 faults than second place is Petter Fredriksson, but the 1 clear as it stands, Robert Smith and Bavy. But this combination can certainly challenge Robert Bevis now. Final British rider in the jump-off. We've seen 3 now to the final 3 riders, and Robert and Courtney Z.
And he certainly will be able to challenge. This horse will fly up this arena. There's the 6, round the corner. This is tight. 5. Is he in touch?
He's certainly in touch. Pretty much the same time as Robert. As he landed over the Abbey Road fence.
How tight dare he turn here? That's quite tight.
It's going to be
3,
very close.
4, 5, 6. Go on.
Oh, in the end, look at that.
Yeah.
Over 1.5 seconds quicker to take the lead. Well done, Robert Bevis. Super show jumping. Top class. Courtney Z, that combination yet again, proving what we know and just how good they are.
He's just so consistent. Look at that. There, Robert landing, turning. His body's in balance with the horse.
But it's not over yet.
He stayed right in the middle of his horse on those turns. Fantastic bit of riding there.
He'll have a nervous wait now.
Yeah, he will, because we've got a Dutchman and an Italian that I don't think are happy with the result at the moment.
They certainly won't be. They'll both try to challenge Robert Bevis and that new leading time of 35.23. But it is Johnny Powles now. And Fernando. He's a second up on the clock as he lands over the Abbey Road. Robert really made time in the second half of this track.
Oh, he's quick. He's quick.
He's very, very quick. 34.72, Corey.
Just taken half a second off him. Well, that was not in my plan.
And that, here was a second up to the Abbey Road fence, and then finishes that half a second quicker at the end of the round to lead the way. Johnny Powell's for the Netherlands now. Fernando lead. 1 to go.
I am having a small sulk.
As it is to Italy. There's the current order. Johnny Powell's, Robert Bevis and Robert Smith. Those the three clears in the jump off. Those the top three. But it all comes down to this man, and it is Peugeot, the last to go in the Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer World Ranking Competition. And this is Casello Z.
Oh, a little bit too much turn in the air over the top of that fence. And she said, well, I'm trying, Dad, but I don't think I can quite do that.
Well, of course, the fence goes, and those riders that have gone clear will know exactly where they're going to finish here now.
Look at that. Look at that time.
34.18, the time was good enough. In fact, it was the quickest time in the jump-off, and it means it's fourth in the end for Peugeot there and Casello Z. But the winner on the opening night of this Equestrian.com Liverpool International Horse Show in the Cabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer Jump-Off World Ranking class. Congratulations to Johnny Powell's and Fernando.
It was an incredible jump-off. I mean, I did think Robert Smith could be beaten, but when I saw Robert Bevis go on Courtney, I didn't really want him to be beaten, to be absolutely honest. But fair credit to Johnny Powell's. Goodness me, did he ride some round.
He certainly did. Only half a second in it. There is the order. Robert Bevis is second, Robert Smith third, Peugeot, and then Peter Fredrickson and Julie Andrews rounding up the top six from that jump-off.
Absolutely. But he was amazing in that jump-off. He didn't really allow the horse anywhere to get away from him from the left to the right. He just kept him on exactly the right line the whole way round.
Well, of course, that is not all we've got to look forward to here this evening very much. We will be excited about the Puissance and the big red wall that's coming up a little bit later here tonight, Corin.
Yeah, but before you go away, everybody, stay and watch the presentation.
Oh, we've got
It's a presentation with a difference, that's for sure.
It certainly is, as you can see. The arena just been set at the moment.
He had a very heavy night, though, celebrating New Year's Eve from that.
And we'll look forward to the presentation in just a moment.
Well, how right you are. Obviously, it was a clear round. It was a fast round. But there looked to me like there were a few hairy moments along the way, weren't there?
Well, I think it was an interesting one. We'll have another look at it in just a second as well, just to remind us of Johnny's round. But, I mean, he really was covering the ground fast. There we go.
So, again, you can just see from the activity in the arena, I think that shot there of the arena is really showing that big screen up at the end, Gareth, that we were talking about earlier.
No, very much so. And it's one of the amazing features here in Liverpool. And don't forget, if you're out there listening to us and you think, actually, I'd like to go to the show this weekend, there are still some tickets available. We've got huge crowds. This city has embraced this show, and it's been wonderful to see here on New Year's Day. But there are still some tickets available over the weekend if you want to come along to the Echo Arena and join us here at the Equestrian.com Liverpool International Horse Show. The crowd are enjoying world-class show jumping. What a day it's been.
Oh, it's been an amazing day, and I think to have a show with 2 world rankings classes on the first day is unheard of, and that is one thing that Liverpool has done. Nina has really said, look, I'm going to put this show on in Liverpool, and I am going to try and make it the best of the best in the north, and she's certainly done that. And the prize fund that the team have put together for this show is absolutely incredible.
Certainly is. 217,000 euros.
Yeah, all raised from an idea where she said, I run a really good outdoor show. What would happen if I ran a really good indoor show?
Absolutely. And that she certainly has, and you can't fault her or her team for the effort, care and attention to detail that has gone into every single element of this event. And it's been so great to see some wonderful new initiatives as well. We'll see that in the form of the presentations in just a moment. But wherever you look, Corin, something different.
I think it's just there's a few little different things in this show that people sort of are like, really? But actually, it just adds a really different angle to it. We're just about to start the presentation now. See Johnny coming in there, this wonderful black and gold rug. Off he goes on his lap of honour. And historically, we're used to this bit after the presentation, but Liverpool breaking ground, we're going to do it before.
Well, huge congratulations to Johnny Powles. He'll be over the moon. What a way to start his new year on Fernando. He takes his lap of honour. But again, there you can see that wonderful grey in second. Robert Bevis misses out by half a second, but nevertheless, he'll be very happy, I'm sure.
I think he'd be very pleased with the way his horse jumped.
So, as the taking the presentation.
This is Johnny going around on his second lap of honour. And then waving to the crowd, really happy with the way he's working. The audience there, that's it. Now he's just, what happens now is he's going to come to the end of the arena. He's going to dismount.
He certainly is. And they take them out into the centre of the arena then, of course, for the podium presentations.
Yeah, so Nick Spord is down in that arena, talking to those riders. We're just waiting for Johnny to come back in now.
Jets, how are we? What do we feel about the
as the people live in the arena get to hear a few words from our top three.
There's Steve down there getting his interview techniques and practice, talking to Robert Bevis.
Yeah, you shouldn't really feel the pressure. You just got to get on with it and do your best.
Robert starts his new year with a second place.
Let's move on to the winner, of course, Johnny Powles. Johnny, what's it like to win in Liverpool?
There as well.
Fantastic.
And of course, Steve, locals to Liverpool will know Steve from the radio. He presents football.
Certainly does.
So he did admit that he doesn't know an awful lot about show jumping, but he's learnt a lot in the last 24 hours, I can tell you.
Well, that's been one of the great things as well, bringing show jumping to a brand new audience here in Liverpool. Of course, there's plenty of support from people out there that enjoy show jumping up and down the country, but it's been great to see so many new faces around, people asking questions and beginning to understand this wonderful sport that we've enjoyed here on the live stream this evening.
But there's still one more class to jump, It was worth it.
Steve's just talking to him there about his journey here this morning. Left home at 4 o'clock this morning to get here to this show.
Okay,
loving every minute of it.
And just have there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for our presentation
Well,
ceremony.
it is the presentation. You can see the black carpet as it is here in Liverpool, keeping the black and gold theme running. We'll see from Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer, their team of representatives now beginning to make their way in, and a huge thank you to all of our sponsors and the team from Krabby's, of course.
So Robert and Robert up on that podium. Johnny Powles going up to get his first prize there. Really worthy winner. Crowd very pleased with that.
We should mention Robert Smith as well there in third. He'll be very happy with Bavy. Great result, and as you said earlier, good to see Robert back up there again.
Absolutely. Up there where he deserves to be, actually.
Very much so.
And he looks like he's got some fabulous horses now that are just coming together as a really good, strong string, and I think that's something that we need to really emphasise, that it's very difficult when you've got one good horse. You need 2 or 3 horses in your string to be able to pull that together.
Well, the liver bird, Corin, goes to the winner.
Yes, that lovely golden liver bird there as the statue. Johnny very pleased with that.
Well, of course, it's Big Red Wall night here in Liverpool as well. The Puissance coming up a little bit later on this evening. Getting underway, of course, here in this magnificent Echo Arena.
And you can see here just a little bit different, the presentations, you know, putting them on the podium like that. I think the riders like to feel that they've just really achieved something when they're on the podium there.
Not quite sure how the boys feel about the flowers, though.
Well, they can give them to their wives, girlfriends, grooms, friends, mothers, aunts or uncles.
Absolutely. I doubt they'll be giving the bottles of Bobley away, though.
No.
Well, as we said, it is Puissance night. Do make sure you join us again on the live stream here this evening at 9:40. The big red wall will be out in the Echo Arena. What a great competition it's been. Corin, thank you once again.
No, it's my pleasure. And let's have a little bit of a search around on social media and see if we can find a few more listeners.
We'll look
See you
forward
later,
to it.
everybody.
We'll be
Bye-bye.
back for the Puissance.
Emma was born a remarkable girl, as her ticker wasn't talking quite right. She went to the land of remarkable people where they worked on a ticker all night. They tinkered with the ticker till it ticked and it talked, and it ticked and it talked like new. It wasn't just doctors who saved Emma's life. It was remarkable people like you.
Using over 200 years of Scottish heritage, our closely guarded secret recipe of exceptional exotic herbs and aromatic spices are sourced from the furthest regions of the globe, expertly blended and steeped for up to 6 weeks to make the unique taste of Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer? Is this script right, really? Ginger beer? Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer. Try it! You might like it!
Equestrian, the dress code.
Emma was born a remarkable girl, as her ticker wasn't talking quite right. She went to the land of remarkable people where they worked on a ticker all night. They tinkered with the ticker till it ticked and it talked, and it ticked and it talked like new. It wasn't just doctors who saved Emma's life. It was remarkable people like you.
Crafted using over 200 years of Scottish heritage, our closely guarded secret recipe of exceptional exotic herbs and aromatic spices are sourced from the furthest regions of the globe, expertly blended and steeped for up to 6 weeks to make the unique taste of Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer? Is this script right, really? Ginger beer? Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer. Try it! You might like it!
Equestrian, the dress code.
Emma was born a remarkable girl, as her ticker wasn't talking quite right. She went to the land of remarkable people where they worked on a ticker all night. They tinkered with the ticker till it ticked and it tocked, and it ticked and it tocked like new. It wasn't just doctors who saved Emma's life. It was remarkable people like you.
Using over 200 years of Scottish heritage, our closely guarded secret recipe of exceptional exotic herbs and aromatic spices are sourced from the furthest regions of the globe, expertly blended and steeped for up to 6 weeks to make the unique taste of Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer? Is this script right, really? Ginger beer? Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer. Try it! You might like it!
Equestrian, the dress code.